Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I'm going to be brutally honest right from the word go. This video is a little bit different to usual. It's not about a specific film or a specific thing. It's just about a general topic that I've kind of had going through my head over the last few months. And I've been wanting to make this video for a little while now, but haven't really figured out the right way to do it or how to title it, etc. So don't be surprised if this video ends up becoming like a bit of a ramble, because I wouldn't be surprised if it does. But bear with me because I think some of you might find this video interesting, and specifically the points I want to get across. So something that different people have asked me for the last couple of years now is, what do you want to do in life? Like, what do you want to do as a career? Now, if they had asked me that when I was in secondary school or in college, then I probably would have said I want to be a filmmaker or director, because that was dead set on what I wanted to do. And there is still a part of me that wants to go down that line. However, if someone asks me that now, like I have been asked a couple times over the last few years, I genuinely don't know what to respond. Yes, I would like to still keep doing directing and filmmaking, but the industry, for those of you that don't know, is very hard to get into unless you know people in the industry, or you just happen to get lucky and your short film or film does well and you're in. It's an incredibly hard industry to get into, especially as someone who doesn't have any connections within the industry and is kind of just doing their own thing and starting from scratch. Which is why, over the last few months, I've had this thing going around in my head, which is that, why do I have to stick to a specific career? Yes, it is nice to kind of hone your skills in one specific area, and even when I've been through college and university, and just to clarify, in the UK, college and university are two separate things, they are not the same thing. Just getting that out there. But there would be multiple times, especially during university, where one of my lecturers would say, right, these are all the things you've learnt how to do during your media course, such as cinematography, editing, lighting, for example. You have to kind of pick one and stick to it, because in the last year of university, we were making our own websites to kind of brand and market ourselves, and we had to choose a specific thing we wanted to do, and that was the thing we had to do going out of university. It's like, right, you want to be a camera operator, good, that's your thing, you're sticking with it. You want to be an editor, fine, that's your thing, you just kind of have to stick with it now, and that's fine. But unfortunately, the downside to that is, throughout college and throughout university, I was taught a variety of different things within media. I was taught how to use a camera, I was taught how to edit, I was taught how to use Photoshop, I was taught how to, well, not primarily, but I know how to act in front of a camera. I was taught how to make a comic book from scratch. I know a variety of different things, and this isn't me bragging. But what I'm trying to say is, I know a variety of different things. I know how to do certain things. What if I don't want to choose one of those things and just stick to it? Because what if I became a professional editor, and then, like, 3 years down the line, I kind of think to myself, damn, I really wish I'd given up acting, or I really wish I'd, gone with the cinematographer approach. And it's that constant sense of me thinking about the future in terms of, like, what I want to do and what I can do, and what I'll probably regret I haven't done in the next few years, has had me thinking recently, mainly about just expressing creativity and being creative. Why isn't that an option? Why can't I just do the things I know how to do, and why I don't necessarily want to be pigeonholed in a specific career for my entire life? I guess what I'm trying to say, in the grand scheme of things, is that especially in the modern age we live in, there should be an option for people to just do their own thing and be creative. Because at the moment, whenever someone asks me what career do you want to do when you get a few years older, um, I don't know what to respond, because in the back of my head, I know I just want to be creative and I don't really care what format or what method I do that in. I just want to express my creativity and I want to tell stories, and I don't really care what medium it's through. I just want to do it. As much as I love the medium and the craft, I might not want to dedicate my entire life to filmmaking, because there are so many other avenues that you can express creativity through that I might want to dabble in at some point. You know, yes, I love making films and I love the craft of it, and I love, you know, cobbling together a story from footage and stuff like that. But maybe I want to write a book at some point. Maybe I want to make an album. Maybe I want to paint a painting. Maybe I want to take up acting. You know, there are different options, which kind of leads on to a secondary thing, which is a little bit more of a rant, but it's still related. Bear with me. Let's take someone famous, like, I don't know, Donald Glover. The guy is a comedian, he's an actor, he's a singer, and he's a rapper, and he's also a writer. That's 5 different things he can do. He does them all very well, and no one is saying no because he is Donald Glover. However, if you took that same approach and applied it to me, for example, what if I said, oh, I want to be a director and an actor and a musician and a writer and, I don't know, a comedian as well? If I said I wanted to do all of those things, I bet you the majority of people's responses to that would be just choose one thing and just go with that, and then the others can possibly be your backup plans. I don't want them to be my backup plans. What if I just want to dabble in a load of things, not necessarily to see which one sticks, but just to dabble in them because I want to try those different things? Why can't I do them all? However, this sort of approach is also where you get people with that snarky comment that I absolutely adore. They should just stick to what they know best. As an example, I think I saw this once when a new 30 Seconds to Mars album had been announced, or a new single had dropped from them. And for those of you that don't know, 30 Seconds to Mars is Jared Leto's band. Jared Leto started as an actor and started that band in, I think, the early 2000s. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of 30 Seconds to Mars anymore, I still appreciate the fact that he is trying different things. He is an actor first and foremost, but he is dabbling in music and has been for a while, so technically he knows what he's doing in both departments. Say what you will about how his acting career's panned out or how his music career's panned out, but because he's been doing them long enough, he knows what he's doing in both regards to an extent. However, the amount of times when I see, for example, an actor who wants to go into music, or an actor that even wants to go into directing, and I just see this comment appear every single time, is that they should just stick to what they know best. Absolute bollocks. If anything, the transition from acting to directing is probably a transition that makes more sense than going from acting to music. I don't quite know if there's been a point to my ramblings, but it's been something that's just been going around my head for a little while now, and I knew I wanted to make a video of some extent about it. I'd love to know what you think of this topic, because as someone who is creatively driven and wants to tell stories in different ways, I'm intrigued to know what others think before doing said thing, or I want to know, you know, what other people think of the matter as a whole, especially from other people who want to be creative and, again, might be in a similar position as me. But anyway, guys, that's just what I think. Let me know in the comments what you think of the whole thing. If you like the video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye.